Hello friends, now we will be talking about the results of second house lord in the third house. So there can be many permutation combinations related to this, like if second house lord is Mercury, Mars, Venus or what, and the second house Rashi is Aries, Taurus or what. So the results will be different. One, the planet results, then the lordship of the Rashis, etc. Similarly, conjunctions to that of these planets, if second lord is conjunct with different planets, aspected by different planets, then they are with different degrees. The degree of ascendant is different, the degree of second house will all obviously different, as this degree of the house will be different. But here in this video we will be concentrating upon second house lord Venus. Taurus is in the second house, ascendant is Aries. We will be taking 2 years. Degree of Venus will remain the same, ascendant degree remains the same, and let us try to investigate whether the results will be the same or different. And if it will be different, then why it will be different. If it is same, then why it is same. So I will explain with 2 examples. One example is in front of you, that is 8th May 1964, 5 hours Delhi, and you find here that the ascendant degree is 11 degree 54 minutes, and the degree of Venus, here it is 6 degrees, and Venus is in the nakshatra of Mars and sublord of Moon. And in another example, you find here, this is 1965. This is 6 June 1965, 307 hours Delhi. Let us see the degree of ascendant, and it is this nearly the same, and the degree of Venus is also nearly the same, 6 degrees approximately. And you see the Venus is in the nakshatra of Mars and sublord of Moon. Now in the first example, let's go back to the first example. Venus will give the result of 2 and 7 because Venus is placed in the second house and the lord of the seventh house placed in the second house. Mars will give the result of 1 and 12, Mars is lordship of 1 and placed in the 12th house, so it is 1 and 12. Moon will give the result of lordship 4 and 5 and placement 12. And in the other example, you see here, Venus is the same 2, 7. Mars is the lord of 1 and 8 placed in the 5th house, so it will give the result of 1, 5, 8, and Moon will give the result of 4th and 5th because lordship is 4th and 5th and the Moon is placed in the 5th house. Now what is the difference between the results? Now here we see that the houses 1, 8, 12 and 4, 5, 12 are depicted here, and a planet gives results stronger of nakshatra and the sublord, and we talk about the health, then 8, 12, 12 houses are there with 1, that means it is really big problem to the health. Now let us try to understand foreign travel here. There doesn't look to be any foreign travel. 12, 12 is repeated again, it is more of losses because of health and other things, not foreign travel. Now let us talk about education. Education houses 4 and 5, but they are with this 8, 12, so education will be really poor. And when we talk about the love affair, 5, 8, 12 is there can be a love affair, but it will be scandalous. And when we talk about marriage, and 2, 7 houses are there, but 1 is in this nakshatra, so we can say that Venus is not very good for marriage. Although it is karka, so marriage can happen. Now let us talk about the nature. 7, 8, 12 is there, that means aggression. So this particular Venus is really bad for nearly all the things. And let us try to find the another Venus. That is in 1965 chart, and we find that Mars here signifies 158 and Moon signifies 45. So for the health, this is a good Venus because bad houses are not too much here, only 8 houses there, but 5th house is repeated again and again in sublord and nakshatra. That means the recovery of the health, if there is some minor problem there, recovery of health is there. The health is robust, nature is good, there is no aggression, love affair is there, 5, 8 is there, but it will not be scandalous. Marriage will take place with a person he or she loves, and in nearly all the things we find that Venus is not that bad. Education is also good. So now degree of ascendant is the same, Venus degree is the same. Now you see the difference is there. Why the difference is there? In the results, because the placement of Mars and Moon has changed in both the examples. Here Mars and Moon are placed in the 5th house, and in the first example Moon and Mars are placed in the 12th house. So 12th house here repeats again and again, which makes this Venus poor. So friends, if you are talking about the results of 2nd house Lord 3rd, then we have to see simply the nakshatra and the sublord and the houses represented by that. You are not to learn or remember things like they are written in the books, that if 2nd house Lord goes in the 3rd house, then X, Y, Z or thing happens, which is useless to even think about. You cannot remember that because it will change with the years. Now we have taken 2 examples, 64 and 65. So in 66, the results of Venus will be different. 67, the result will be different. In all the years, the results of Venus will be different. So if you get any book which gives results of 2nd house Lord and 3rd, if someone speaks 2nd house Lord and 3rd gives such a results, actually he has not understood astrology at all. So if you do by Nadi astrology, simply you have to see the nakshatra and the sublord and the houses represented by that, and you can give perfect predictions. Thank you very much.